Mrs. Sims, and we are back with more Norn9, and we're Spacey and Heiji. Okay, technically we're Nanami, but she's Spacey. Actually, we're Nanami, but technically she's Spacey right now. Oh, why do I do these things to myself? Anyway, it's been a few days for me since I played because I wanted to get a bunch done, record a bunch of parts on Friday, but I was dying and you would have just sniffling and sneezing and like god awful. I know some days we do deal with that, but that would have just been like a week's worth of parts uh having to listen to me like that. So I was like, I'm not going to subject you to that. So I'm behind, and it's been like a couple of days since I recorded the last part. So I have no idea what the hell happened, but um what ifs. We'll figure it out. And it's basically the same story kind of that we're working through, but as a different perspective as Spacey's part. Just as Spacey. Anyway. Now we get to yawn. Alright. Oh crap. Oh, I'm actually yawning. Fake yawns always make me real yawn. But it's like not a real yawn. Sometimes it's like it wants to be a yawn, but it won't come out, and then you're like stuck in that half yawning. Anyway. I'm sleepy. I want to collapse into bed. Come to think of it, I'm supposed to be sharing the room with Makoto today. Oh, Makoto's getting it on with somebody else. Wait, whoop. I wonder why she isn't back yet. Oh, she's with Slut, isn't she? In this route, yeah. Snore, snooze. Welcome back. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. She's really angry. Makoto is angry. When I peeked over, Makoto was lying face down with her head buried into her pillow. From where I sat, it looked like she was feeling quite miserable. I cannot fathom how you get along with that guy. That guy? You mean Heishi? Heishi too, but I was referring to Itsuki. Why does he insist on touching me so much? 'Cause he wants to get busy with you. Just let it happen, Makoto. Okay, one, no. Someone just touching you constantly is like, okay, seriously, don't. But I like Itsuki, so Makoto's okay with it. Because when we're Makoto, when we're Spacey, she's gonna be okay with it. Does he really think that his stupid pickup lines are working on me? Probably. I feel like he thinks I'm an idiot. I definitely agree that Kagami has a very flirty side to him, but I think under all that, he's a kind person. See? Oh, Spacey's over here like, but he's hot, and I think he's nice, and I would date him. Why isn't he in my route? We got Ron. Pfft. Makoto would kill Ron, to be fair. Probably. The second he just looked at her, she'd just like stab him, so. Kagami is meddlesome. Whenever he sees an opportunity to needle someone, he can't help himself. He never expresses his goodwill up front. He's always got his bad boy facade on, and because of that, people tend to dislike him. Not true, I love him. Although, I sometimes get confused about which version of Kagami is the real one. There's no way that you didn't notice his kindness at all, considering that you're the type of person who'd get close to someone like me. Well, his kindness is pretty cheap. Then if he is just giving it away to everyone. Huh? You don't want Kagami to be kind to anyone else besides you? I never said that. Makoto raised her face. Her cheeks were slightly red. And that's what I'm hearing. You're saying that you don't like that he gives his kindness to everyone. Tch! I cannot tell what he is thinking. That is what bothers me. Whenever I'm struggling with something, he just laughs. I wonder what he's like when he feels miserable or depressed. I have no idea either. I apologize. This is not the type of thing that I should have brought up at this late hour. It's okay. Kagami, when he's miserable or depressed, I honestly can't imagine it. What about Otomaru? They're on the drugs, so they're never miserable or depressed. People aren't always just having a super great time. Usually when people are, if they're always happy, it's because deep down inside they're probably miserable and depressed and just hiding it really well. Yeah. After all this time on board, I still only know a little bit about both Kagami and Otomaru. For a moment, I recall Koharu's words. It's amazing how well you three get along. Can't do her voice anymore. I wouldn't call this getting along. And so I figured that it'd be good to have a discussion group. Yuiga had gathered everyone together one day to suggest this idea to them. Wow, I think it's a great idea. I agree. There's no harm in everyone getting to know each other better. I think it's great too! While most everyone wanted to go along with it, Nijo and Ichinose declined to participate in the idea. Of course. I'll pass. What? Why? I am not fond of large meetings. Don't like it when there's a lot of people around, huh? I don't like the idea either. Oh, please get to know people other than myself. I knew there'd be people who resisted. Can I just tell you, it's so funny because when you load in the Vita or in my Vita TV, when you push the little button to load the game and it brings up the thing, it's got all of them little chibi forms, and he is I'm like, man, they cropped the one guy, and then I realized it was him because at first everybody's lined up perfectly, but then he's half cut out of the frame, and I'm like, man, why they didn't line it up properly? And then I realized it was Senri, and I'm like, oh, that explains it. He's fucking hiding out of frame on purpose. It's so cute. I love it. Wait, I wonder if we can yeah, you can so this. They're all lined up perfectly, but he's cut out because he's hiding behind a lamppost. And the first time I saw it, I was like, why is he? And I didn't notice it until after I'd already started, so I already knew he was whatever. But when I saw him, I was like, wait, what the? And I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. He's literally doing this. Anyway. Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't go through with the plan unless everyone participates. Oh, wait, is that me? Oh. For some reason, he popped up and I didn't read the name. Anyway, I feel like we shouldn't go through with this plan unless everyone participates. It'd be dangerous if the traitor made a move while we're all occupied. You might be right. I guess we'll table this for now. I feel kind of bad for Kakeru sometimes because he comes up with these. So I have an idea, and everyone's like, nah, fuck that shit. And he's like, okay. How about this? Fuck that shit. Okay. I mean, we know, whatever. But, he was put on board to be a traitor. But, still, I still feel bad for the guy. Hold it! What is it? Why are you just shouting out of the blue? I just thought of a great idea. Whatever you consider a great idea is something I'm diametrically opposed to. I'll be returning to my room now. Wait just a minute. At least hear me out. I thought of a game that'll get everyone closer. Right, Spacey? Why drag me into this? But come to think of it, I do recall Otomaru saying something earlier. 12 personal... Oh, the maze. That's... I'm guessing. Because 12 personal maid, we said when we were talking to him, didn't we say, that would be a dumb idea? Or he said it would be really difficult? One of us said it would basically be a bad idea. But he wanted to do a maze, and we were like, huh? So I'm going to guess scary maze. I'm going to check. I'm going to check and make sure, but I am locking in a scary maze. Hold on. Boop. Let me just turn on... Haha! Yes, a scary maze. Haha! A scary maze. Yes, that! So you remembered. I got you, boo. I got a guide, too, but also I want to try to guess what it is, before, so, my tablet's always on. The screen's just black half the time because if I'm not using the guide, so I just just put down, boop, turn it on. Okay. Check. Where are we? Damn, got the right answer. Of course I did. We got into an argument after that. Of course I did. It's because I love you. Wait. A scary maze. You see, people would break off to go through the various sections of the maze, so we wouldn't be all crowded together. If anything, it might be more fun to move with a smaller group, like your team or partner. Right? Kakeru gets it. Wait. God damn it, I'm always reading it in the wrong voices. Shit, I gotta pay more attention. You know what it is, too? It's hard because the things are over here, and I'm always looking and, if a character moves... I'm thinking, or they show up, I'm thinking it's them talking. I'm paying more attention to, what's going on here to try to, at least look at the backgrounds instead of just always looking at the words, so I'm not usually seeing what's over here. Because, my field of vision is, here. You know, this is all blurry, so I'm, glancing back, and I saw him move, so I just assumed he was talking because he moved, aside from just blinking at me. Anyway. Right, Kakeru gets it! I'll try to pay more attention. Really? A scary maze? You do know that there is still a traitor in our midst. We cannot just waste time playing these foolish games. I agree. Besides, we're not a ship. Aren't scary mazes usually done at graveyards or something? It wouldn't be any fun to do it here. I still love him too. It's so random. I have a type. Okay, I have a type. Well, there's a sunglass wearing douchebag, but there's not a glasses character. And I have a type, but yet, I don't know. Like, the angry one is getting me. I love him to death. And the slut. Of course, I think generally the slut character is you're like, you know what? You might not be my favorite, but I still love you. But I'm thinking Natsuki is kind of, I'm like, you're kind of one of my favorites. Like, just right off the bat. We haven't gone through all the guys yet, so. Anyway. I see. So some of you still haven't heard about the tragic incident that occurred on the ship before you got on. Huh? What are you? It's literally all that. Okay. Before y'all came aboard, there actually used to be 5 more espers here. What? Oh, he's making it spooky for. Oh, good, love it. However, one person who was too distraught from being apart from their family and friends hanged himself here. There is no way. That never happened. It was before you were here. Are you certain it never happened? I love how he's setting it up. Bravo, because that's probably all bullshit. But oh, Kakeru. You shady son of a bitch. I love you, kinda. Being torn from your family and friends, and feeling so overcome with sadness that you opted for death, doesn't seem all that far-fetched to me. Makoto's face is like, I can't object to this. I got pretty choked over it when it happened, but I realized I couldn't just stay sad forever. Why not? And because after the first one, another, and then another followed along. And these black coats that we got from the world, they're probably actually intended to be used as mourning garments. And maybe if we keep having so much fun, they'd get angry and show themselves to us. What was that sound just now? I heard it too. It could be them trying to tell us something. I love it. Oh, guys. Oh, Kakeru. Oh, you are such a sociopath. Like, trying to kill Senri, like, all the time. Like, I'll just drown you. It'll be fun. I'm kidding, buddy. No, you're not. I think you might actually want to kill him. But this is good. I like this. This is fun. You're just fucking with everybody to... Yeah, good job, boy. I like it. The people who passed away? You and your stupid crap. They're shaking. I love it. I love that they're actually legitimately shake, but they're supposed to be like looking scared, but they're like having seizures. It's so fucking great. Yeah, there's no way that there are ghosts being harbored on this ship. So you two don't believe me? Of course not. Of course not. Whatever. Really? You two look pretty pale right now. No, I don't. Just gonna read it normal because I can't do two voices. I see. If that's the case, then this scary maze should be pretty fun for you two. I mean, since you're not scared and all. We'll make it a fun one, so please be sure to participate. If Makoto participates, that means Sakuya will play along too. As for the rest... Oh yeah! This is getting exciting! The two of them should not be in a room together. Because he's over here, like, wants to do fun things, and he wants to do, like, fun things that are gonna fucking mentally fuck you up and torture you, and he's just too stupid, and he'd go along with it, and then, oh dear God. It's just a bad friend. No! You two! Separate corners. No. So, because we have to keep an eye on everyone, let's say Heishi cooks for whoever isn't participating in the scary maze. Because Heishi's cooking is terrifying? What the? You make it sound like eating my cooking is a punishment. Fucking is. And nonsense. I'm just trying to foster the cooperation among everyone. Shady son of a bitch, I love it. I believe that people who aren't cooperative by nature can be positively affected by interacting with someone like Heishi, who's brimming with cooperative spirit. I gotta be honest, he is such a con man at getting people to do what he wants, but it's good. It's so, you're like, no, I love you right now, because this is genius. I don't really understand, but so long as we all get to play together, I'm fine. And Heishi's an idiot, so love it. I'm ready to make food for you guys, whether it be for a week or even a month. He's seriously terrifying. And with that, it was decided that we're actually going through with the scary maze. Awesome! Okay, so wait. When we were in Kakeru's route, we had the weird fucking Fantasyland thing. So in this one, we're not going to do the weird Fantasyland thing. We're doing a scary maze. I really hope all the paths have something kooky and fun like this, because I love it. It's pointless. I mean, it's the building relationships up. But I love it. Because, like, sometimes you go through the game and, like, nothing, and you're going through the plot points, right? This really doesn't have much to do with the plot, but I love it because it's so fun. It's like, wham, we're off on a weird-ass tangent over here, but I'm like, but I'm there with you. I like my tangents. You know this by now. The scarers, under the full support of the Hyokos, are Yuiga, Otomaru, Suzuhara, and myself. How did I get dragged into this? We're gonna have a discussion about our plans now. So can everyone go outside? I'll notify everyone once we have a date set. Spacey, I leave Kakeru and Heishi to you. And that's quite a burden for me. I mean, literally, yeah. Although there's 4 of us now, the group doesn't feel any larger by having Yuiga with us. I don't know how you guys decided to do this a scary maze. He is going to be the one screaming the most. So nothing too crazy. First, obviously, you keep. Is the use of fire prohibited on the ship, Hyoko? Lecture! Yeah, Captain. I love the Hyokos. Costumes. What? Of course we can't use fire in here. Everything's made of wood. I see. That limits us a bit. I hope this doesn't kill anyone. As a result of arguing for days, we've pretty much gone through all possible options. Yuiga and Suzuhara will handle all the props for us. Otomaru and I decided to scout the ship to set the maze route. So, first floor. Oh, but it isn't very dark down here. I think we can just keep third floors. It'd be a great. You might be right. Yeah. Also, you can't do it someplace where you can block off where other people are going, because you can't be like, oh yeah, by the way, you can't come out of your room ever because we're setting up the maze and you're gonna have to walk through to the kitchen. It might be because Yuiga and Suzuhara were with us, but it felt like it'd been a while since Otomaru and I were alone together. And this might be the best chance to apologize. To actually say what I truly wanted to express to him. It's not like I wanted him to suspect me, nor did I want to burden Otomaru, who likes to have faith in everyone. The sound of my heartbeat is getting noisy. I don't know why, but I feel extremely nervous all of a sudden. I'm just going to come out and apologize. And that's all there is to it. And yet, I can't even open my mouth. Otomaru is a kind person, and there's no way that he would refuse to accept my apology. But I had learned something about him, that deep down, Otomaru had been bearing everything. It's not that Otomaru is oblivious to everything. It's that he discarded his cautiousness, because people would sense his suspicions. His suspicion, cautiousness, everything. Otomaru, he must be saying that he doesn't want to suspect anyone because he's nicer than anyone. He must be saying that he doesn't mind getting deceived because he's stronger than anyone. And for that reason, I'm terrified of being the one to hurt this person. If I'm going to apologize, I need to use the right words, so I don't screw it up and end up hurting him instead. I kept repeating the words in my heart, but each time I do so, my confidence deteriorated further. What's wrong? Spacey? It's nothing. Again, Seishi. Oh, it's Ron. That's unusual that you're actually awake and not napping somewhere. What are you puppies doing? We're preparing to set up the scary maze. Scary maze? What's that? We talked about it last time. We're all gonna do a scary maze on the ship. We're on the scarers team. This is just turning into like Monsters Inc. all of a sudden. It's my brain. I see. Good luck with that. Yeah! He acted like it wasn't going to concern him. I wonder if he knows that he's participating. I wonder, he'd probably just forget, so we'll probably have to drag him along the day of. I was like, was he even in the room? Did everybody forget that Ron exists? I get why you'd want to, but that sounds about right. Hey, you've been thinking about things an awful lot, haven't you? What are you so concerned about? Did something bad happen? It makes me worried when I see you look like this. Hey, what's wrong? Is it something you can't talk about with me? That's not it. And what is it? I need to use the right words. Okay, here we go. Hold on. What are the right words? Am I even capable of finding them? It was a lot of fun for me to be partnered up with Otomaru. It was easy on me since I didn't have to be concerned about him. But all of that is in the past now. Every time Otomaru is nice to me, I start to panic. I'm not really sure why that happens. When I try to say something, I just freeze up because I'm scared that I might anger him the way I did last time. If I ever said any of this to him, all it would do is trouble Otomaru. What should I... Uh-oh, I hope this isn't timed. Tell him. Oh, I need to tell him what I've been thinking. Tell him you're thinking about him. Tell him it's a... Okay, duh. I don't even need the guide right now. I'm going to pop it on for a second, though. But you tell him you're thinking about him. The maze is not the right one. And... Haha, yes. Bam! What? I've been thinking about you. About me? Why? I'm not too sure. I don't know. This doesn't sound like it's going the right way. He's like, thinking about me. We're kind of strange, huh? We're with each other right now, but we're still thinking about each other, too. It's adorable, actually. I do like in this one how it's not a slow burn. It's not like I'm in love with it. Like, all of a sudden, you're like 14 hours later, and you're like, finally admitting you like each other. Awesome. Okay. I kind of like that this one goes a little bit faster. It's probably because you got like fucking 700 routes to go through. But, you know, they go through it easier, like, just slide right in there and you're like, oh, this had happened a little bit fast. So, I didn't express myself after all. We're done with the scary maze preparation for today. After saying that, Otomaru turned his back to me and walked off. I don't sense any emotions coming from Otomaru at all. Silent, painless. Now that I've discovered what Otomaru is dealing with, I've learned something new about myself. Apparently, I'm very afraid of angering Otomaru. Maybe because I'm so used to seeing him smile. It might be because I've taken his kindness for granted. There's never been a person like Otomaru around in my life before. There were all people who wanted to use me for my power, but he's different. Once you discover one thing, you start to see other things that are linked together. The reason I get flustered when I'm with Otomaru is that I can't give anything to him. Even if he smiles at me in a friendly manner, pays me kind compliments, and shows me a great time, I don't know how to smile. I can't even speak to him well. I'm just a boring human being. Aw, she's so sad. That's why I get flustered and anxious. I'm worried because I keep taking from him, but I can never give anything worthwhile back. There was another perfect example just now. I screwed up again. What are you doing, Spacey? Huh? Let's go already. If Kakeru finds us, he's gonna tell us to stop being lazy again. Go where? The roof. It's another beautiful day today. I mean, we're inside of a ship, so it's probably always a beautiful day. Otomaru stretched out and strolled over to where the most sunlight was shining down. Oh, well, that's true. Actually, there is a hole in the roof, so okay. Why the roof? Because it feels good here. Though I used to never come up here because I was too lazy to climb up the stairs. Unlike the third floor, this place is pretty, with all the flowers growing. I think this is my favorite spot on the ship. Maybe if you do your thinking up here, your worries will get resolved too. What do you usually do to solve something that you have no idea about? Something I have no idea about. Can you give me an example? Because I got no ideas. Okay, like that. Something I have no idea about. That would be almost everything, probably. Oh, Heishi, you idiot. He's a sweetheart, but he's an idiot. What should I say? Being with Otomaru is relaxing, but at the same time, I also get flustered. I wonder what I should do. I'd rather not stay this way forever, but I just can't come up with any solutions. Now I'm worried that maybe there simply aren't any solutions to my problem. If I tell Otomaru that I get flustered when I'm with him, it might make him uncomfortable. He's so kind that it could be an insult to him. This is my problem. I shouldn't say this to Otomaru when I'm not entirely sure I know what's happening to me. Oh, what's wrong? Spacey? It's nothing. Sorry that I said something so weird. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but would you say that sometimes you feel like your emotions get twisted when they're put into words? Like, do you ever have situations where you never intended to say the things you did? Or, like, you never know the right words to say? Oh, they're like two idiots in love. It's adorable. Yes, I'm always in those situations. He's an idiot, and she's just been, like, raised like a robot. So, he's an idiot, she's a robot. Aw, it's adorable. It wasn't like I was trying to make Otomaru sad or depressed. I was just thinking how I could get Otomaru to be more careful, given the danger we're in. And yet the words that spilled out of my mouth were things that undermined my relationship with him. All because I'm terrible at speaking. I just blurted out something completely unnecessary. Explaining your feelings to another person is a really difficult task, you know? I can't imagine you having the same problem, though. Otomaru is nothing like me. Everyone likes him because he's always cheerful and bright, because he's a lot of fun to be around. Plus, he has a power he's not ashamed of. Since he's always friendly with everyone else, everyone naturally tends to like him back. Unlike me. Of course I do. But with your power, you can express your feelings to other people without even having to put them into words. Well, that is true. Even when I was young, I started communicating to people without having to rely on words. They nagged me a lot because they could tell when I was angry or sad, even if I didn't say anything. Sometimes it's obvious when you're angry or sad based on facial expressions, but... And so I was just a super selfish baby who cried all the time to get mommy to help me. I was such a pain as a kid. So this was all fine when I was a child, but once I got older, I had more and more problems with it. Well, see, as a baby, that might actually be helpful because babies are crying, "What the fuck do you want? Oh, you're hungry. I can get that feeling from you, you know? Because they just scream for no fucking reason. Because they're assholes. Problems, as in, my parents disowned me. He says that. My parents disowned me. It was my fault anyway. And so I've never held a grudge against them or anything. Oh, my God, you really... Oh. Oh, you should be upset about that. He's like, nah, it's fine. It's not fine. Oh. It makes you hurt more because he's not, like, if he was like, I'm really mad about it, and you'd be like, that explains a lot. Okay, no, you understand it. But when they're like, nah, it's cool, you're like, oh, you're so dead on the inside, aren't you? I probably wouldn't have stayed the way I was as a kid if they hadn't disowned me. I probably would have stayed the way I was as a kid. Okay. And so this disowned orphan kid was picked up by a troupe of traveling performers. Oh my God, okay, back away slowly. He's been in the circus. I was told that he who doesn't work, neither shall he eat. So I had to develop some type of talent, and so I learned this. As he said that, Otomaru pulled out what looked like a flute. Oh, it's so precious. It was a very plain instrument that had no decorations whatsoever. Shinobu, I think. Shinobu? Is that what it is? Anyway, it's called it. Is it Shinobu? I have no idea. Anyway, I used to play it alongside the beat of the taiko drums during festivals. Taiko drums? Taiko drums? You play the flute? It doesn't really match your image. I don't know. I think it kind of does. You're like, oh. And everything he does is like, oh. Like, oh, that's precious. What are you trying to say? I'll have you know I was the best flute player in the entire troupe. When I get overly excited and I feel like I'm about to harm others, I try to play this flute to relax. Could you just imagine when he's like, Spacey? Just a second. Pulls out the flute and she's like, oh, you're pissed, aren't you? She's like, could you imagine if he did that in the first conversation when she made him mad? He's like, just holds a finger up, pulls out the flute and she's like, the fuck is happening? To get your mind off things? It's a bit different than that. Oh, when I play the flute, all my worked up emotions are turned into sounds, and they become notes and resonate far away. Oh, how precious. Otomaru slowly put his mouth to his flute. He sounded a clear and peaceful tone, almost like the wind blowing through the plains. For a second, I thought I'd seen the horizon appear behind Otomaru. The truly important things won't reach people if you're just hurling your emotions at them. You need to put them into words they're able to understand. You need to have them as pure and true as possible, like the sound of the flute. I'm not going to tell you to play the flute or anything, but you should try and speak your mind, Spacey. Obviously, you're worried about being embarrassed or misunderstood, but nothing's going to change until you try to put your feelings into words, you know? What's important is to convey your feelings all the way through until the end. Convey until the end. This was similar to what Kagami said earlier. Now Otomaru is telling me this time. I'm not the traitor. Spacey? But there's no doubt that there is a traitor on this ship. And for that reason, I want you to be more careful so you don't get hurt. Suspecting other people and possibly hating them might be a difficult thing for this guy to do. But I don't want Otomaru to be harmed. I might have said something unnecessary again. It might just be something that was only important to me and something totally useless to Otomaru. But still, this is what I've been wanting to tell him. Although, I'm really not sure that I was able to convey it well. I didn't know what I didn't know what you were going to tell me. But you must have been really worried about me back then, huh? Yeah, I see. Thank you. Also, I'm sorry that I misunderstood you before. You shouldn't have to apologize. It was my fault for not conveying it properly. Nah, it's because I stopped listening to you midway through. And this is just how I am, you know? I'm just constantly trying to hold back my feelings of anger and sadness. I know. Huh? Did I tell you that before? If you suspect someone, that would be detected by the other person. Obviously, you would end up hurting that person's feelings. Therefore, you chose not to suspect people. You'd rather that you get hurt yourself as opposed to hurting other people. I somewhat remember saying something like that, and yet I somewhat don't. But, okay, I guess I did. Wow, I'm surprised you remembered that, though. I already even kind of forgot about it. Again, you're an idiot, so you forget about a lot of things. There's no way I'd forget that, because it's something about you. Is he? He's blushing. Was that too short to express my feelings? I've never met someone like you in my life. That's why I remember things that are about you extra vividly. Oh, that's what you meant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, so you absolutely don't hate me, right? I wouldn't hate you. Are you sure? Yes, and I want you to say it too, so you don't feel like you have to throw away all your angry or sad emotions too. But then, don't you not want to hear things like that? Especially in my case. I do want to hear it. Unless you tell me, I'd never be able to figure out what you get angry or sad about. I think I'd hate that the most. I now clearly understand what Makoto was saying to me earlier. You feel truly terrible when you can't figure out what's causing someone to suffer. Perhaps, perhaps what Kagami is to Makoto and what Otomaru is to myself are similar types of relationships. I do love that the girls fall in love with a different person each. I get what you're trying to say now. Thank you. Why is he thanking me? I can sense Otomaru's feelings through the sounds. Happiness, relief, and euphoria. I don't fully see them as shapes, but I can definitely sense some kindness and goodwill as well. Up until that point, I'd never known that a person's smile could physically become something so big. I feel absolutely at ease when I look at Otomaru's smile. And this would probably the true still be true even if he didn't have his telepathy power. He smiles at me even though I've just been used by terrible people, even though I've taken precious things from people. All I do is receive from Otomaru. That's why I feel flustered. I want to do something for this person. That feeling keeps building. Although I'm not sure if there's even anything I can do for him. It'd be easy if it were gifts. I'd just give him back something of equal value. But he didn't give me a physical gift, so I can't just give Otomaru one back. So what am I supposed to do? At that moment, someone opened the door to the roof and approached us. I follow the sweet sound of the Shinobue, whatever it is. I pronounced that totally wrong right now. Only to find it's just you two. Itsuki! What's with your face? Miss punched me because I hugged her. You never learn, do you? I don't know, but her punches have actually been starting to feel rather pleasant lately. Oh my god. You're disgusting. Oh, Spacey. You're looking pretty chipper. Huh. I wonder what I look like right now. So it turns out that Spacey likes my flute playing. I wouldn't have pegged you as having the skills of an entertainer. Don't mock me. Just sit tight and listen. It looks like you and Hay made up. Mm-hmm. That's good to hear. But now there's even more things that I don't know. Like what? I need to know if there's something I can give him in return. Something I can do for him. Yeah, you're asking the wrong person, girl. He's like, keep my mouth shut. Keep my mouth shut. Oh, fuck it. No, he's not going to keep his mouth shut. Well, what do you think? How would I know? Even if I told you, I don't think you'd really be satisfied with my answer. It'd be fun as fuck, though. Look at that pretty smarmy little face. I have no ideas. Yeah, but part of life on the ship is to search for an answer like that, no? Life. Hey, you guys! What are you two yammering about when someone's giving an amazing flute performance here? Man, that was pretty nice. Could you play that? Oh, could you play me? Oh, play for me. Oh my god, my brain. Okay, I'm sorry. Man, that was pretty nice. Could you play for me the next time Miss and I are having a chat? I'll have to charge you. That's not fair. You totally let her hear it for free. Playing for you and playing for her, two totally different things. Would you play for me again sometime? Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm extremely happy. Did she just smile? Oh, look, she's smirking. Whoa, what's wrong, Hey? Hey, you're bright red. Shut up! Don't blurt things like that out loud. I'm trying to suppress my telepathy right now. Most high school kids are like, I need a notebook. And he's like, oh, my telepathy. I wonder where it is. There's so many stores here that I'm getting confused. Hey, Otomaru, I'm not so sure this is such a good idea after all. Why not? Because it's impossible. It's not impossible. Have a little faith in yourself. It'll definitely be exciting. A scary maze complete with flute and drums. This was Otomaru's so-called brilliant idea. He wanted to play music during the scary maze. I mean, the scary drums. Maybe, but like a pretty flute. Like, unless you're fucking afraid of flutes. If it's just the flute, it gets too peaceful. It doesn't create enough tension. So the drums are totally necessary. I wonder what Otomaru's idea of a scary maze is. It's gonna be like the cutest fucking thing. It's so horrifying. You're like, because it's like a nice, beautiful... This is a romance maze. You made a maze of love. I know it's scary. That seems something like Makoto's idea of scary. And so, since we needed to quickly acquire a set of drums, we headed out to the city. And usually we wouldn't have to land just to purchase something so frivolous. We generally spend most of our time airborne, and the only times we land and go into a city are for resupplying and maintenance. Yuiga and Toya checking the conditions on the ship and decided... Oh. Yuiga and Toya checked the conditions on the ship and decide our landing and departure. And so, it's not like we're prohibited to land. We must wear uniforms and return to the ship on time, but those are the only real rules. However, considering that they usually try to do all the shopping in one trip, I'm sure they really want us. I'm sure they don't really want us touching down all that often. And yet, we're being allowed to roam the city to buy some very non-essential drums. I wonder how we even got here. And though I already know the answer to that, it's because I requested it and got it approved. I totally thought it'd be impossible. Otomato begged Yuiga to allow him to do it. Yuiga thought it was hilarious and gave the okay. With Yuiga involved, I guess it makes sense. He prioritizes whatever will amuse him. But I can't be the only one who decides this. You need to go and persuade Masamune too. That's what I figured. Masamune, huh? He's so stern. Yes, Toya would definitely reject this idea, so this should be the end of it. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to deal with Masamune. Oh! Hold on, I'll write down some pointers for you. Imagine Eishi going up like, okay, point 1. We're trying to read it. Here you go. Just say this to Masamune and everything should be good to go. Oh, but you have to say it, not Heishi. Yuiga handed me a piece of paper. Written on it was, I can't wait for this. Toya, you've only been nice to Koharu lately. Do you not care about me? I need your attention too. If you're not going to respond to my feelings, I'd like to get my emotions in check, so I'd like approval to go into the city. This is... Oh, they changed... Oh, her name said Nanami. Bitch! If it's difficult for you to face him and say it, you can say it while you have your back turned. That might be even more effective. Yuiga seriously loves to joke around. You're basically toying with as much. You've only been paying attention to her, and I don't think I can handle it. And he's like, oh, sweet God. Oh, God, what do I do? Oh. When I gave him a mild glare, Yuiga let out a mischievous laugh. As I tried to hand him back his memo, Otomaru snatched it away. What? No. You can't say something like that. Kakeru, you can't let her say this. He's like, oh, now you're like, I can't let you say that to him. It's like a love square. No, it's a pentagon. I forgot Koharu was in this. Wait, no, that's 4. No, okay. I was counting myself. I'm Nanami. Wait, oh my God, I can't count. It's a joke, man. Huh? You know already, right, Spacey? That I was just messing around. Yeah, I did figure it was one of your usual pranks or something. But I didn't expect Otomaru to get angry. And this is the first time I've ever seen that expression on Heishi's face. Shh! Otomaru's face turned bright red. Seeing that made me feel a bit embarrassed, too. After all of that, Yuiga, Otomaru, and I all went to Toya to ask him for permission. Although I was mainly forced to do all the asking for some reason. Masamune's like, I can't say no to girls. And that's how I ended up here in the city trying to buy drums with Heishi. Oh, we've come all this way, so we gotta get those drums. Do you really not want to that much? It's not like I don't want to, but I just feel uneasy about Otomaru's vision of a scary maze. And then, why did you agree when I suggest that we play drums and flute in the background? Because you said so. Me? I get more energetic when I hear you play your flute. I'd be delighted if I could help your performance out at all. I see. Performing in front of people isn't something that I can do right away, but I do hope that I could do it someday. I'm sure training is necessary for the drums, so I don't think I'll be of use for the scary maze. Now, as long as you got the scary sound in your head, you could probably manage it. We might have to go searching for a music store. Since we're in such a huge city, maybe we should split up and look for a music store. Huh? They keep fucking up. We should decide on a meeting time and place. If you find a music store, you can let me know with your power. This is only possible because of your power, but are you okay with that? Oh, no, it's totally fine, but we always go shopping as a team, like Akito and Ron. Although, we do tend to stray apart then, too. It's never really just the two of us in the city. Oh, he's so blushing. But yeah, I guess it's really not a big deal. You might be right. Maybe it's just better to split up and look for one. Never mind. Let's search together. Really? I'm much more reliable than you, so it's more likely that I'd find the music shop first. Say what? How dare you insult your elders like that, kiddo? Adorable. I wonder how things would have been if we met each other in a city instead of on the ship. Not as espers, but like as normal people. I don't know. She's like, I'm not normal, so. Yeah, sorry for saying something weird like that. Regardless of your powers, you are who you are. I wouldn't let you shop alone anyways. Jerk. We're adorable. After a bit, we found a music store. We bought the drums and returned to the ship. We slept as soon as we got back because we were both exhausted from all the walking we did. I start my drum practice tomorrow. I don't know why Otomaru brought up that what-if talk and what kind of response he was expecting. I just thought it'd be fine as long as Otomaru wasn't left feeling ashamed over having his power. Otomaru is a much stronger person than I am. I'm sure he wouldn't think that way, but... A cool, damp breeze flew through the day and stroked my hair as it blew past. It complemented the sun's rays well, and I was glad to have such enjoyable weather. It's kind of weird that they're talking about weather. I know there's a giant hole in the roof of the ship and everything, but I would think even if it was raining, it wouldn't be raining in the ship because, like, Makoto would... Well, she doesn't have barriers up at the top, right? So... But it's still weird because even if you're on, like, the first or second floor, unless you're on the roof, you would... This is fake sun. So, like, where they're like, well, today's going to be a rainy day on the ship. Oh, well, fuck. Gonna have to stay inside. Like, so weird. What you doing, Booger? Hi. You're so cute. Such a comfortable afternoon. Otomaru's cheerful voice sounded out. Ready? Here we go! You're really bad at keeping a beat. I am not. Yes, you are. Look, just beat it at a consistent rhythm. And... See? Just like that. As pathetic a showing as this was, this is pretty much what I was expecting. If it's the flute, I'll know how to play it. What? Really? If you can play it, I'm sure I'd be able to handle it too. What did you say? Give it a try then. Here. He's like, what did you say? Well, he's had his mouth on this. This is like an indirect kiss, Spacey. He handed me his whatever. Shinobue. Shinobue? Shinobue? Would you say it like that? Anyway, my skin grew accustomed to smooth lacquer when I held it. It felt slightly larger than what I envisioned by looking at it. I couldn't tell because Otomaru would play it so effortlessly. Oh, what's wrong? Aren't you going to try it out? Oh, it's Suki for the win! It's Suki! Were you listening to me, you dirty son of a bitch? Well, that's probably why I like the select characters. I'm not a hoe, but like, my mind is always in the fucking gutter. Like, just like, oh, it's an indirect kiss. Oh, inappropriateness. Itsuki just is my brain. Like, except for I'm not constantly groping people trying to like, except for in these games, I'm like, no, we like it. Oh my god. Of course not. That would be an indirect kiss after all. And then they make all embarrassed about it. Whoa! Why do you have to show up all of a sudden and blurt out something weird like that? Is something weird? I'm hurt. I'm just looking out for you so your self-worth doesn't drop even lower than it is. Huh? Kagami and Koharu showed up. They've got different partners and teams. You don't really see them together very often. Well, he's partnering with everybody but me. Jesus. Indirect kiss. What exactly is that, Spacey? Koharu bashfully whispered the inquiry to me. She's pretty unfamiliar with the world and has mentioned before that she can barely understand half of what Kagami says. Koharu must think that showing ignorance is worse than not knowing, because she asks me these questions without even hesitating. I think the reason I like her is that it's easy to see her diligence and meekness in moments like this, but there are some things in this world that you really should figure out on your own. And Makoto had also mentioned that there were some things Kagami said that we didn't need to know. Just when I was about to respond similarly, Kagami got up next to Koharu. Koharu, you ask very good questions. Perhaps I should just go ahead and educate you about the differences between the direct and the indirect. Yeah, he's like in a, whoa, perv, step away from the lolly girl, Jesus. Even though she's like fucking like 17 or something, or 18, or I don't even know. Step away, she's like 4 feet tall, she's too adorable, get away from her. She's also very innocent. No, Masamune's gonna kick his ass. Ow, it's Masamune! Hey, so this is where you were. Kakeru was looking for you. Huh? Why? I think it's about the scary maze. Don't just dump all the responsibility onto Kakeru. I'll start to get worried. I'm not dumping it all on him. We're busy with our tasks too, you know. We're getting ready to play music for the scary maze. Oh! Flute and drum. It's like we're in a festival. Koharu, I apologize for making you wait. Let's go. Okay. I can't do her voice right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, see you later, Koharu. We'll speak again when we don't have to worry about people interfering. Okay, Itsuki really just needs to get laid because he is hitting on fucking everyone but me. This me, Nanami me. How many times do I have to tell you not to joke around with her like that? Sorry. I totally forgot about that. But I mean, if you're that worried about her, you might as well be by her side all day. Right, Koharu? This guy's always out and about somewhere, isn't he? What? Well... I'd like to say the same to you. Where's Makoto? Didn't I also tell you not to leave her by herself? We got a crisis on our hands. If something happens to her, it's going to affect a lot of other things on the ship, too. Yeah, gotta protect the barrier. I know. Once Toya was done with his lecturing, he strolled off somewhere, along with Koharu. It's not like that's the reason I stay by her side, though. Kagami's eyes shift over. Makoto and Nijo were up ahead. Wait, huh? Makoto and them are over there? Yep. Kagami shot us a rather tossed response without even bothering to move his head. It seemed like he was trying to position his back towards them so they wouldn't be in his sight. Is something the matter with you and Makoto? He's in love with Makoto and she's like, oh! There's like a triangle going on. We weren't expecting that. Nothing's happened. I just figured I'd let Saku and Miss hang out, seeing as how they're old childhood friends. That's rare. You actually being thoughtful to other people. Well, it's because Miss and I always tend to argue whenever we're together. And that's because you're always messing around. You're right, it's mostly my fault. However, I just can't help but want to break down her defenses when she acts all tough and haughty. What do you mean? Perhaps you're a bit too young to understand what I'm talking about. Kagami always treats me like I'm a little child. And your explanation is so strange. And she's totally gonna misunderstand you. Basically, you just want to spoil Makoto. Yeah, I guess if you reduced it to the most basic level, that'd be correct. He wants to spoil Makoto. I'm having a hard time imagining Makoto being spoiled by someone. Makoto's like, get away from me! And every other woman in the world's like, hi? I'm available. You want to spoil someone? Spoil me, motherfucker! Like, who doesn't want to be spoiled once in a while? All the time it would get annoying. You'd be like, okay, you're getting controlling now. There's a borderline thing. But, like, a little bit of spoiling? Woo! Come now. Enjoy it. If you want to say something, be direct about it. It's not good how you always try and dance around the subject. Okay. Well, we should go see Kakeru. Yeah. We left Kagami behind and headed off towards where Yuiga was waiting for us. Having background music playing during the scary maze wasn't a bad idea at all, but I don't think we'll have it ready on time. It seems like Otomaru had a certain song already picked out. However, the best I can manage is to produce some primitive sounds when I beat the drum. Playing an instrument is actually a pretty tough challenge for me, I have to say. Nah, you'll get better as you practice, and like you said, maybe you're actually better on the flute. I think the flute would be tough too. Why? Your flute is too big for my hands. Huh? You think so? Oh, let me see. Shh. Otomaru's hand overlapped my pale hand. As expected, his hand was huge. Huge and warm. You're right, your fingers only reach up to my first knuckle. Your hands are super tiny. Well, yeah, compared to your hands. I don't think my hands are exceptionally large. But I've never compared them with another person before. Well, you are a girl after all, Spacey. Way to go! Pats him on head. Wait, let me get a soapbox. Stand on. Reach up, pat him on head. Way to go to figure that one out, genius. I'm just kidding. It's just so funny. Well, you are a girl after all. And your point, Captain Obvious? I guess your hands are average for a girl. It's kind of cute. Hey! Why'd you let go of my hand so suddenly? I thought we slapped him. It's because you had to go and say something weird like that. I didn't say anything weird. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Shh. He really did, though. He's never said anything about me being a girl or being cute before. My heart beats differently than ever before. It suddenly beats faster or skips a beat. It's beating at an irregular rhythm, pretty much like my terrible drum beat. I need to change the subject fast, or Otomaru's gonna sense it. I went through my tiny list of possible topics. The one thing that popped into mind most quickly was Kagami. Kagami seemed a little different, didn't he? Itsuki? Yeah, I totally agree. He seemed irritated about something. Irritated? You think Kagami was mad? Well, everybody has days like that. I cannot tell what he is thinking. That is what bothers me. Whenever I'm struggling with something, he just laughs. I wonder what he's like when he feels miserable or depressed. I wonder if Makoto has already picked up on Kagami's feelings. Well, why do you think Kagami's mad? Because of Makoto, I guess. Do you think I should let Makoto know that Kagami's mad? Huh? Why? Because I think I should say something. Even though I changed the subject, my heart's still beating irregularly. Even though I was talking about Makoto, for some reason it felt like this was about me as well. And this is rare. I don't think I've seen you step into someone else's business before. It's not like that at all. I just figured that I'd hate it too. Hate what? Having someone mad at me, not knowing someone was mad at me. Having someone be mad at me? Not knowing someone was mad at me. I think it's more like, well, I would hate not knowing someone was mad at me, but I would hate having someone mad at me. Because if it was someone was mad at me, it's something that I did. You know what I mean? Not knowing. Oh, I would hate to not know they were mad at me. Although, I mean, I guess it's the same thing. But, okay. I would hate to have someone mad at me. But once they're mad at you, you would hate not knowing. But you don't want to get to the not knowing part. You don't want the... Okay, I would say having someone mad at me. Okay, hold on. I gotta pop open the thing. That's my choice. And the right answer is... Ooh! Not knowing someone was mad at me. Not knowing. All right. This is why we use the guide. We pick our answer and then we check. I'd hate not knowing that someone else is mad at me. Ah, I forgot you were like that. And you told me before that you wanted me to tell you everything, even when I was angry. Life would be so much easier for me if there were more people like you. I wonder what Kagami thinks of Makoto. Well, that's obvious. He totally likes her. Likes her? What do you mean? Huh? Well, I'm not sure either. Even with your telepathy power. Yes, even with my power, doesn't tell me everything that's inside someone's heart. Really? I like that. What do you mean? I don't know what I mean. You know what you mean, Jesus. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to figure out people's moods. Anyway, I don't know for sure, but I think it's a good thing you're starting to care more about others around you. I feel like I understand Makoto's feelings. Oh, wait, for real? Don't tell me that you have the same power I do! I don't, but I think if I was in Makoto's situation, I'd feel the same way. That's why I think I understand. Feel the same way, meaning... I'm not totally sure, but I do think that everything would be fine if Kagami and Makoto could just get along. Yeah, it's more on Makoto than Itsuki. She's just very stubborn. I disagree. Makoto is a very kind person. Well, I'm not saying that she's mean or anything. I definitely think she's a good person. Makoto can't be honest with him because Kagami always acts like that. You sure? Mm-hmm. Then, let's go check them out. But what about the scary maze preparations? Friends come first! Yuiga would probably get mad if he finds out. The thought came to mind, but I didn't speak it. I like the way Otomaru just immediately acts upon whatever he thinks of. And this is the perfect place to stop. Before we get into this love drama. Aw, anyway. Oh, there were birdies on the porch. Did you see them, Booger? You didn't because you were snuggling with me. You didn't see the birdies. They came to say hello to you. There's always birdies up on our porch now. We don't even have birdie food, but they're coming because they want to see you because you're so pretty. They want to see you. They're like, look at the bird behind the glass. They come see you because you're a pet, and they make fun of you. You think they make fun of you? They're probably jealous because it's nice in here. Or they're like, that birdie gets petsies and snuggles. Or maybe they make fun of you because they're like, ha ha ha, not a real bird. Wouldn't last one day in the woods. It's true, you wouldn't. Nobody would snuggle you and you wouldn't have your teddy bears. Anyway, now that I'm done talking, talking to the bird. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this part up here and we'll continue in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.